My wife and I thank you all for the support and condolences. It's just, I couldn't fathom that anything was going to be like this. Thank you, Chief Acevedo and Captain Bainbridge, and whomever had a hand in putting all this together. It does mean a lot. Some of my supervisors, when I first started, I'm like, these are dogs, you know. We don't get attached to dogs like that. And I used to tell Sergeant Red that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. And I never thought I would feel this way over an animal, but the loyalty Ronnie had to me and his drive to do the job changed the way I thought forever. You know, I'll never be able to get past that, and he will be missed. He won't be forgotten, but he will be missed. I believe anyone who had the privilege as one of my Overwatch or search team members that got to see Ronnie work knows exactly what I'm talking about. He found bad guys. He loved finding bad guys, and that's what he did. So I'd like to read something that I found on the internet. Every day after this happened, I've kind of Googled Ronnie, K-9 Ronnie, and you can find all kinds of stuff on there. A lot of people didn't support the decision that we made to euthanize him, but they didn't know. They were just uneducated on what was going on, so I don't blame them. It's just lack of education on their part. But I found something that I wanted to read, and if y'all bear with me, I have it still here stuck on my phone, so let me just read it real quick. If Ronnie could say anything, I think this is what he would say to me. I will lay down my life for you and expect nothing but love in return. I protect all officers with my life and would gladly take a bullet in their place. I'm sent in to find lost children and fugitives on the run. I find drugs, weapons, and even bombs. I am the first sent in and often the last to leave. I am the nose and ears of the officers. I protect and serve them. I would die for any and all officers. I only ask for your love and care. That kind of got me a little bit, but anyway, thank you again for the support, and that's where we're at.
All right. Well, good morning. It's really, come on, guys. We're celebrating a life here, and we're celebrating excellence. Let's go. Let's wake up, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. All right, you go. You know I'm not going to let you down with that. You know, I want to say a few things. And first of all, I want to tell you how proud I am of you and your family, that you took on the role, and all of our K-9 handlers. When you take on the role of being a K-9 handler, you know, it's work. It's work that very quickly turns into a labor of love. You kind of nailed it on the head, that you don't realize how much these animals, these workers, these four-legged cops mean to us and to the community that we serve until you actually get involved in it. But it comes with a heavy lift for the family. So first and foremost, I want to thank the family for taking on the responsibilities. It is a great responsibility to care for these working four-legged cops when they're home, and to love them and to nurture them and to let them know that although they have to deal with a lot of bad people, that what they're doing matters to all of us. So I want to thank you. Then I want to address the critics out there that you kind of, Dennis, touched on. Because I got a little pissed off, to be honest with you, when, if I get emotional, I apologize. But I know what a decision, that tough decision we had to make that night. And people that know absolutely nothing about Ronnie, know absolutely nothing about the circumstances, know absolutely nothing about why we made a decision to euthanize him, don't realize that the reason we did that is because we, especially you and your family and your K-9 unit, loved Ronnie. Loved him like he's part of your family. And it took me back in February, on the 21st of February, when Captain Bainbridge woke me up and I said, hey, honey, I got to go. We've got a K-9 down. And you know, for some people, it might be just a dog, but you know, we know what those dogs mean to us. So I got to go. She didn't hesitate. She knew it was important for me to go. And it took me back to July of 2014 when I took my son, Matthew. We named him Gift of God, long story, but he was named the Gift of God because he wasn't supposed to be on earth, but I put my faith in God and not one of the doctors had to say. And, you know, we kept him. And we were in Vegas with his sister, Melissa, celebrating his 21st birthday. And it reminded me of when I got a call from my sister, Sonia, when we were there, because I wanted to buy him his first legal drink. If you know anything about San Diego State, I guarantee you that little turd was drinking a little bit at San Diego State. But I wanted to be at midnight. I wanted to buy him. It was a Saturday night at midnight. He was going to be 21, his drink. And my sister calls me and says, hey, something's wrong with Mom. And she's in the hospital. She's comatose, and you need to come home as soon as you can. So I said, hey, well, I'm not going to not buy my son his first drink. We'll get up first thing in the morning, and we'll call it a weekend. So your incident, there's an analogy here, okay? And it all is about love. So I went to the hospital, and you know how they do, they give you all these MRIs and all these tests, and my mom had dementia, and what happens as you get older, your brain sometimes shrink in that space. You end up, just a sneeze can cause bleeding. She had bleeding in the head. And this young neurosurgeon tells me, hey, you know, here's what's going on with your mom. And we can extend her life if we go and we do surgery. And we can extend her life probably another year. And he said, but you know, she's not going to last more than a year. And he said, her quality of life, she'll be alive, but she won't be living. And I remember I looked at the doctor because, again, this is the analogy of what we went through on February 21st for the idiots out there that are criticizing the decision that we made, a decision that was made on a four-letter word. It's a good four-letter word, love, for a dog who we know what kind of spirit he had. There's a reason he led the department in captures. And I asked the doctor, and I said, hey, Doc, is your mother alive? And he said, yes. Yes, she is. And I said, if that was your mother laying in that room right now, what would you do? And he told me I'd make her comfortable for the next 2 weeks, but make sure she's not suffering, and I'd let her die in peace. And then when we're a community of faith, the reason we're here praying, we know where Ronnie is. You know, if there's a heaven, you know, animals that are innocent creatures, you know that dog's in heaven. Ronnie's in heaven. And so up to the critics that were criticizing us for making a decision that was made out of love and what was not best for us, because yeah, we probably could have kept him alive for who knows, a year or 2 years, and the vet said what? That he will eventually die probably a lot quicker than we realized if we kept him alive, but he wouldn't be living. And so I want to tell you and to the critics that the decision we made was made out of the love that we had for Ronnie, the appreciation we had for his spirit, and the understanding we had for the quality of life that that dog deserved. And if we're a people of faith, we can't just have faith when things go our way. We have to have faith, and the faith to believe and know that not only is he in a better place, probably with my mom saying, oh boy, he put you down too, right? You know? And you know what? If I had to do it again with my mom, I'd do it again, because you did not let your selfishness, we did not leave our selfishness rule the day that day. And I want to tell you that I'm proud of you. I knew it was a tough decision. Red, we all made the decision together. But when a veterinarian is telling you, like a neurosurgeon told me, that they're in a better place by letting them go, let there be no doubt that Ronnie's where he belongs, running free without the pain of all the cumulative injuries that he suffered on here. And he, in fact, went out the way he wanted to go out, which is making his last capture, because on the stat sheet, he gets that capture. So again, thank you for your courage. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you to the family for being there with them. And again, to the critics, I say, we don't hear you. Congratulations on a job well done, and we'll see Ronnie again soon. Not too soon, though. I got a 9-year-old. Thanks to everybody for being here today.
K-9, Ronnie. All units, all stations. K-9 Ronnie has answered the highest call. K-9 Ronnie has answered the final call. Rest in peace, K-9 Ronnie.